Hello everybody and welcome back. I haven't made a video in a very long time and that is why I am streaming right now, is to catch up with you guys and whatnot. So I'm gonna get all the comments up here. Let's just see. Where is it? So how has everybody been? While I'm trying to find my own live stream. You're back. I am for now. Well, where the hell am I? What am I doing? Okay, so I have not been on YouTube for a long time, and that is why I'm here, because I can't, I haven't been able to post, and here's why. So I've been extremely busy this summer. I thought that I'd be able to make some videos and upload some videos, but honestly, I've been incredibly busy. I've been on holiday, I've been seeing my friends, I've been doing, just normal stuff, right? But YouTube has not been something I'm ready to come back to yet. I'm still not ready to come back and make a video because, well, I want to be in the headspace, and I've not been in the headspace for quite a long time. I don't know what the future of this channel holds, if I'm completely honest. I don't enjoy it as much as I did once upon a time. In fact, it's something that I rarely think about. I don't really watch YouTube that much anyway, so, here we are. Wait a sec, you look strangely familiar. I mean, this is my YouTube channel. I think that would make sense. But I have had a few life updates, if you want to call it that. I got my first tattoo. If you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you'll already know. This is the Rammstein logo. I've had it for about going on for today, actually 1 month today. I've had that, and very happy with it. As I said, I've been seeing friends. I've not been, overly great as of recent. I'm very tired. I went out for a friend's birthday, didn't get home till like 4 in the morning, so I'm very tired today. I've started university again. This is my second year. Enjoying that so far. I've not really been listening to much prog. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about with this video, or this live stream in particular. One of the main reasons I haven't felt, inclined to come back to YouTube and to make videos is purely because I haven't got any prog content lined up at all. I've not actually been listening to much prog rock in about 4 months, probably 3 or 4 months. Occasionally I'll revisit some stuff, but it's not constant. I think the closest thing I've been listening to at the moment that's got any sort of relation to progressive rock is probably Porcupine Tree and Tool. So I've not really been listening to too much for that. I have Rammstein or Oasis. Oh, that's a really difficult one. I'm gonna have to go with Rammstein on that one. I've been to a lot of gigs, and I have booked some gigs for next year, which I'm excited about. I have booked Rammstein for next year in Portugal, so I'm going to be flying over there. I wanted to get tickets in Munich, Germany, but they sold out so quickly, I couldn't get them. I am also meant to be seeing Ozzy Osbourne. I was meant to see Ozzy Osbourne a good 4 years ago, but he kept cancelling. And yeah, I was meant to see him 2019, 2018 even, and I'm meant to be seeing him in June next year. I've actually recently booked Roger Waters as well for next year, which is exciting, and also Arctic Monkeys for next year as well. The Roger Waters and the Arctic Monkeys, mainly the Arctic Monkeys one, are birthday presents for Johan because they are very close to his birthday, so I thought, why not? I thought, you don't need to pay me back to be a birthday present. I just won't get you anything on the day. Excuse me. But yeah, this channel is probably not going anywhere. I don't want it to die, as sad as it sounds. I don't really want to neglect this channel, but I do not listen to prog at the moment, basically. I haven't in a long time. Like months. That's why I haven't posted, because I know this is Neve the Prog Nerd. This is my channel about progressive rock. I don't really want to talk about other stuff. Because I know people will get very angry. Because I did a poll the other day on my Instagram, and I was like, what if I made a video that had nothing to do with progressive rock? And there were a few people who DM'd me saying, then I'd unsubscribe. Or, that's not your YouTube name. That's not... I was like, I just kind of thought, what the fuck? Like, why? Why bother? You know, why bother saying that? Because, you know, listening to one kind of music is just kind of boring. If you think about it, you know, why would you only listen to one genre? You know, it's kind of boring. But in this video, I can let you know what I have been listening to for the past 3 or 4 months. I don't know how much it's going to appeal to you guys, but I haven't been listening to much from the 70s, to be honest. It's kind of 90s stuff. Seeing Stephen Wilson and Porcupine Tree next Tuesday. I'm seeing Porcupine Tree in November. The one, you know, I think it's the only England date. Might be wrong, but I've got almost front row seats, so I'm really excited for that. But yeah, I can, you know, the new Maiden drop was insane. I do like the new Iron Maiden album, actually. I did a review of it, I think, when it came out. If you don't know, Iron Maiden are one of my favourite groups. Of course, I'm going to keep up with their stuff, but that album was very good. And hopefully they come and do a UK tour, like a proper one. Not like, oh, I'm playing at Download Fest, or I'm playing at whatever festival. I want to see them in a bloody stadium, because I don't do festivals. I just don't like the idea of, like, I don't really like camping all that much. I'm not into sleeping outside, you know. It's just cold. But apparently next year's Download lineup's meant to be pretty good, so maybe I'll consider it. Maybe I'll go. Will I see Roger when he visits London? Yeah, I booked the tickets yesterday. I got into the pre-sale for the Roger Waters concert, and I'm taking my boyfriend because we both want to go. I found out that Roger Waters was coming to the UK when I just got back from Croatia last week, and I was like, oh my god. So I messaged Joe instantly. I'm like, oh my god, Roger Waters is doing a UK tour. And he was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, he's playing at the O2 in London. The O2 is one of my favourite venues. It's like not overly big, but it's not overly small. I've seen a lot of my favourite gigs at the O2. Iron Maiden, I saw Tool there, saw Alanis Morissette there. You know, O2, great venue. I saw Metallica there. I saw Bring Me the Horizon there. Yeah, I've seen a lot of concerts at the O2. I think I saw Paramore back in the day at the O2. Yeah, O2 is a great venue. It's not, like, as I said, not overly big, not overly small. I do like a good stadium sometimes. Oh, I saw Queen and Adam Lambert at the O2 as well. I've seen so much from the O2. I saw Red Hot Chili Peppers at London Stadium, the Olympic Stadium, that was a good venue. I enjoyed that one. I like that one. I actually went to the London 2012 Olympics. Big flex. I actually went. I saw the pole vault. I think we were given tickets or something by one of our friends. But I went to the London 2012 Olympics back in the day. Liking the tattoo, by the way. Thank you. Not many people liked my tattoo or appreciated it, because it was, people were complaining because it has nothing to do with prog rock, but I don't think a lot of people realised that I have loved Rammstein much longer than I've liked progressive rock. I've been listening to Rammstein since I was in secondary school, long time ago. I'm 20 now. When I was in secondary school, I was about like 15. So 5 years I've been listening to them. You know, I do love myself German heavy metal. It's pretty good. And I thought, you know, I'll get it on me. Why not? Do I like jazz? Yes, when it's good. when it's bad, it's not good. Oh, Lord, have I listened to the new Muse album? No, I have not listened to the new Muse album because, quite frankly, the singles were very disappointing. Will of the People is a massive rip-off of the fucking Marilyn Manson song, The Beautiful People, you know, that one. Which I used to love that song back in the day. I find it a bit corny. If I'm listening to Muse, it's going to be old stuff. Now, usually I'm not one of those, like, I only listen to the old stuff, I hate the new stuff, because with a lot of bands, sometimes I prefer the new stuff. But with Muse, I don't really like the direction they've taken. Not really. I'm never a fan of overly corny lyrics, unless it's like ABBA. You know, and even then, that's like tasteful. I don't like corny rock, because corny rock is just bad. I hate it. I hate. That's why I can't do the 80s. I just can't. I can't stand corny music unless it's tasteful. You know what I mean? Like, I can't stand things like, you know, like Motley Crue and Poison and all that kind of stuff. Like, basically 80s hair metal. I don't call it heavy metal because it's not. It's hair rock. It's radio rock that sucks. You know? Very bad. Dislike. What else do you got here? So anyway, I went on a massive tangent. I have not listened to the new Muse album. Will I go visit Roger when he visits London? Yep, I just talked about that. Last week I attended a gig. I have not heard of this group, Spanish post-metal. I do like post-metal though. La Mange Playing Your Way. I don't listen to them much. My dad likes them, I think. He showed me one of their songs, like, not really years ago, like a couple of years ago. I do like it. Good evening from Finland. Hope you're doing great. Hello to you in Finland as well. My dad's been to Finland twice. I've never been. Is it nice there? I assume it is. Greetings from Italy. Oh, that's the same one though. So, hello from, not London, Brighton, United Kingdom. I only like prog rock if it combines another, like, folk or hard rock. The thing is, I'm starting to lean that way, because I completely understand what you mean. I love prog metal, you know, things like Tool and Dream Theater and Opeth and all these other groups. They're great. I actually am kind of leaning towards that way at the moment, like, and Porcupine Tree and stuff like that. But Porcupine Tree, not really metal, per se, but I like the harder rock stuff. Don't get me wrong, I still love, you know, Genesis and Jethro Tull and Yes and all that kind of stuff. It's just stuff that I'm not listening to at the moment. You know, it's not necessarily that I don't like them anymore, because I still love all of those groups, but I just don't listen to them regularly anymore, because I got to the point where I was listening to those groups so much that I was not listening to anything else. And I don't like that. I don't like that I did that, because I find it hard when I'm really wrapped in a headspace of, like, a new band or a new genre. I will not stop listening to it until I'm really just, like, tired of it, and then I'll neglect it for a long time. All kinds of music can be amazing. Are we now trying to navigate the woke liberal Olympics? Please explain yourself. I don't know what that means. I'm a fan of stoner doom metal, of course. I do love a bit of the old stoner metal. I love ABBA. If you don't love ABBA, then what's wrong with you? I went to an ABBA themed disco night a couple of days ago for my friend's birthday. It was so fun. Oh my god, it's such a good time. We were just dancing till like 4 in the morning to ABBA, like non-stop. So good. We all got dressed up as well. I wore my flares. No, I wore a dress. I found this really cool like tie-dye dress in New Look that was kind of cool. And I bought it. And I was like, you know what, this will be good for tonight. Would I consider rebranding? I'm focusing. The thing is, I have been thinking about that. So I am kind of considering, if you will, because I got to a point like a couple months ago where I was like, I don't want to just make one type of content, because by doing that I run out of ideas really, really quickly. And I found that like at the moment I just didn't know what to upload. There are a few like Saturdays with Dad videos that I've got like we've both got like thinking about, but other than that, literally I have no good prog content. Like I've kind of rinsed it completely dry. But I have got a video. Well, I say that, I don't want to make any promises. I've got a couple of videos planned for the near future. It's just whether I actually bother to go through and make them and edit them. That's the laborious, is that the word? I think that's the word. Process of filming, and then editing, then uploading, and then making the thumbnail, and reading all the comments, and then replying to all the comments, and then I just got so bored with it. I'm not even gonna like deny it. I got bored with having to, like, the thought of making a video, yay. Having to do all the stuff afterwards, you know, like, I wasn't very good at editing to begin with, and quite frankly, I'm very lazy. It would, all my, like, clips would take up loads of memory on my computer and on my phone. I just couldn't do it to myself. So maybe I will rebrand, and that will get me to start posting again, but then I'm gonna lose a lot of credibility. It's also early morning, and Prog Fusion is my favourite. I've actually not listened to much Prog Fusion. I've listened to like a little bit of UK, but not that much. I haven't listened to like an album. Selling in the Pound by the Pound is Genesis' best album. Nursery Crime's still my favourite. What Cranberries album is my favourite? If I'm honest, I haven't actually listened to a full Cranberries record. I just know their singles. Do I like Horslips or Clannad? I know they're both Irish. I like the Horslips. My mum told me about them, actually. Look what's on YouTube, it's Neve. Hello. Would appreciate seeing videos and genres, yeah. Editing is such a time-consuming task. It really is. It really is, and it's really just not good for someone who is very, very lazy, like me. Anyway, should I talk about what I've been listening to? Although I kind of just explain it all on my story. I'm spinning around. So I've got like some of the stuff I've been listening to here. Some of it's over there. Right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the stuff. Okay, I'm back with a big pile of stuff. Move my computer. My computer does not let me do live streams anymore. And I don't know why, because I'm doing this on my mobile. And it's very stressful. I don't like it. It annoys me because a smaller screen and I don't have the text like next to it, so I've got my laptop up behind me reading all the text. I've not been doing too well lately either. I'm very, very quite ill. Okay, so first, as we know, what I've based my kind of personality on for like the last 4 months is this group, Rammstein. Now, since this is a prog channel, I'm going to try and relate some of these to progressive rock. Although some are just straight up not. Some, maybe a little bit. So we got Rammstein, this is their first record. The second, I do have Mutter somewhere, it's just not here. It's in the shelf. Got fourth, fifth. I can't show the album cover of the sixth one because it's got some nudity on it and YouTube hates that. Live album. And I don't have the self-titled on CD, but I do have their newest album. This is probably the closest thing to prog, even though it's not. It's just the closest thing to it. It's a lot more keyboard orientated, this record, and I do enjoy that. I've been mainly listening to stuff from the 90s. Garbage, version 2.0. This is a great record, female-fronted group. Yeah, that's one that I've been listening to a lot. My dad showed me that one. We know this one, I've been listening to a lot of Miscellaneous lately. This album in particular, probably one of the biggest albums of the decade, the 90s. As I have mentioned, I think before, I went to see her live, me and Johan did. We initially weren't going to go because we were like, do we bother? Because we didn't really have much money at the time. But we thought, you know what, this will probably be a really great evening. And it was like a week before our anniversary, so we just moved our anniversary day to the 29th. I think it was the 29th of June. And we saw her live, and she played the entirety of this album. It was mind-blowing. It was really, really good. Check it out if you haven't. It's very 90s production-wise. Very... Just listen to it. I can't describe this record. Each song is a different mood, and it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I've also listened to the follow-up to that record. It's got quite a long title, but yeah, that one as well. I've also been listening to Rio by Duran Duran for a little bit. I listened to this album a couple of times, and I do really like it. One of the better moments of the 80s that I've listened to. Yeah, it's just fantastic. Save a Prayer, probably, is my favourite from this. I think I started listening to this because they were... What were they doing? They were doing something in Birmingham. I don't remember. Oh, it was the Commonwealth Games? They had like a program of like musicians from Birmingham playing like music. I don't remember. I don't know if it was the Commonwealth Games or not, because I know the Commonwealth Games was held in Birmingham, I'm pretty sure. Or some sort of big sporty kind of event. But they were playing a bunch of like live performances from groups from Birmingham. Of course, Black Sabbath came up, Duran Duran came up. Was it? Yeah, Moody Blues came up. And some other ones. Can't be bothered to remember right now. But that one is a good one as well. Here's where everyone decides to unsubscribe from my channel, this next one, because it's gonna upset people that, oh no, I like stuff that's not rock, metal, whatever. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Billie Eilish's last record that she made, Happier Than Ever. This album just dropped at the right time for me. I'd listened to it, like some of the singles when the album did initially come out, which was like last year or something. But this album, it did kind of help. I think Johan kind of showed me one of the tracks from it, I think the title track, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing. And it's just a really nice album. It's just really nice. It's very chilled out, and out of the records that she's made, which I think is only one of them, it's probably my favorite. It's very emotional. It's quite heart-wrenching, if you will. Yeah, Happier Than Ever. This is a great one. Red Hot Chili Peppers' Unlimited Love. This came out in April. I think I might have talked about this one, but I have been re-listening to it a lot lately. They've actually got a new album coming up in October. I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered the vinyl though. I didn't pre-order the CD. So yeah, they're having 2 double albums, I think they're releasing this year, because this one was a double. I'm not sure if the next one is, but this one was really good, and we got to hear some of this when we saw them live at the end of June as well. I think it was literally the day before I went to see Rammstein, so it was really nice to have Red Hot Chili Peppers and Rammstein back to back. But this is a really great album. Love it a lot. Going back in time a little bit, Deftones Around the Fur. This is a really, really great 90s record. I think that people could appreciate this one even if they don't like metal and stuff like that. It's just a really great record. I'm not sure how much people like nu metal and kind of alternative metal and stuff that came out of the 90s, but this is one of the great examples for that kind of scene, I think, in my opinion. It's really good. Even my dad liked it, and if my dad liked it, I'm sure everyone else here will like it. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I really don't know. You just gotta listen to it. Alright, I'll pause for a second and read some comments. I was born in 1991. I still remember little hits in Alanis' debut. Duran Duran. Birmingham, birthplace of heavy metal. Yeah, Judas Priest was another one I think they played from that concert. Oh. Let's see. How about... Oh, okay, this is a good question. Thanks for bringing this up. What about the new Pink Floyd Animals 2018 remix or something like that? 2022 remix? I haven't actually listened to it, and that's really terrible because it's my favourite album of all time. I just haven't gotten round to listening it. Maybe I will, and then I'll talk about it. Oh gosh, it's raining outside. Thank God I'm still inside. Notes Reviews is doing fine as a Taylor Swift fan. I think she has an album coming out soon as well. Utter nonsense. What is... being honest, this Red Hot Chili Peppers album. Stadium Arcadium is a good one for a double album. I do find that Stadium Arcadium does have some songs I don't... It's not that I don't like them, they're just I don't gravitate towards them all that much. As a whole, I do like the album. I would never give it a 10 out of 10. I would give By the Way a 10 out of 10 though, because first of all, that album came out in the year I was born. Secondly, that album got me through lockdown, the original one, the OG one. The first lockdown back in like 2020, March 2020, when everything just went kaput. And yeah, that album got me through it a lot. And yeah, that's all I gotta see on that one. Oh, I hate that band. The music is embarrassing. Music is subjective, isn't it? Love the New Animals, not muddy anymore. So how's the new Slipknot? I mean, I don't know how many people want to hear it, but you know, I'll go off on it. So I finished listening to it about an hour ago because I completely, stupidly, I don't know how, forgot that they were releasing an album today. And I was talking about it yesterday with one of my friends. I was like, this new Slipknot album's out tomorrow, and I just completely forgot to listen to it this morning. So I did listen to it. I really like it on first listen. I do actually like it. A lot of people were crying and ranting and getting mad on Twitter about how it's very un-Slipknot and how it's just like not good, and it's not like Iowa, and it's not like the self-titled, so that means it's really bad. Listen, just because something is not the same as it was 20 odd years ago doesn't mean it's gonna be the same. Bands evolve. I reckon if Slipknot made the same album 10 times, you wouldn't like them anymore, because then you'd realise, why the hell are they making the same album over and over and over and over? Bands gotta progress, right? That first track, Adderall, is really, really good. I really like it, and a lot of people didn't like it. It was like a Radioheady kind of, Pink Floyd-y kind of mix, and I'm all there for it. I loved it, and I loved the singles when they came out, and I loved the rest of the album. I don't really care that it's not as heavy anymore, and Corey Taylor doesn't scream as much on this album. It's a good listen. You just gotta listen to the music content. You don't have to think about the whole time, oh my god, it's not the same as Iowa, and I'm not gonna listen to the rest of it because it doesn't sound like it, you know? He doesn't scream as much anymore, and blah 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 blah, and like, shut up, you know. I will only listen to someone's opinion if it's actually constructive. If it's literally, I don't like it because it doesn't sound like their first two albums, then you should, I don't know, I just really, not hate, because I don't hate anything, but I really don't like when people's excuses for not liking things are, oh, it's not the same as it was, because, I like when my favourite bands progress. Even if I don't like the record, you can appreciate a band changing their sound, because it's an experiment, and that makes them kind of a better band if you think about it, you know? Excuse me. But it's like with the new Rammstein record, everyone jumped to hate on it because it wasn't as heavy, and it wasn't as, riffy as usual, and it was more keyboards orientated. It was a great record. I enjoyed it. I'm trying to think of like another example. But yeah, I like the new Slipknot album. I pre-ordered it a couple of days ago, and sadly I have not retrieved it. I should have retrieved it today, but the Slipknot website are having some major issues with shipping or dispatching at the moment, so I'm kind of sad about it. Had a hard time untying it. Well, that's... Okay, listen to any Squid. No, my boyfriend likes Squid quite a lot. I can't really get behind him. It's just not me. I'm not really into... I don't know. I do appreciate it, I just don't really like it. Judas Priest, they became a gimmick in the 80s. It's all good as long as you're listening to something you love, right? Do you know any Nazareth stuff? I don't like Nazareth. Sorry. I can't get behind, it sounds really weird, but sometimes when vocals are way too, or songs are way too kind of cringeworthy, I just can't get behind it. AC/DC make the same album every time. This is true, but they've still got like a humongous following. They're huge, they can afford to make the same album. It's like the Rolling Stones have made the same album for the last 40 years. Like, where was that experimentation they had in the 60s, and early 70s? It's bland now. I can't listen to the Rolling Stones past the early 70s because they bore the hell out of me now. Like, I would see them live, but I don't know. But then everyone goes at Iron Maiden for making the same album every time. This one, the new one, Senjutsu, is actually quite different, I'd like to say, but that's me, an Iron Maiden connoisseur, so I'm gonna pick out different things that come out of each album, you know. You are so angry, lol. Yeah, I can get quite heated when, you know, I'm talking about something, like when people literally just go off. You know what? Never mind. Love me some Gary Newman. I don't really listen to Gary Newman. Yeah, Bowie's my favourite solo artist, and he always changed. See, that's the thing. It's a similar thing with Queen. They all do something different, you know? Because Queen in the 70s does not sound the same as Queen in the 80s. Bowie in the very late 60s and 70s did not sound the same as Bowie in the 80s and 90s. You know, I love when, even if the album isn't great, you can always appreciate them for trying. It's harder to scream when you get older, right? You know, you don't want to bust your throat more than, you know, you will probably already have. Oh. Love your new metal direction. I would make a video on new metal, but I don't want to get made fun of, so I'm just gonna hop back on that one. So can you appreciate Rush even though Geddy's early vocals? Well, that's the thing. That's the thing is I love Rush. I can get past that. I've always loved Geddy's vocal range. It's pretty impressive. AC/DC Slayer only have one album. They all sound the same though. I think AC/DC and Slayer have more than one album. Any interest for Queensryche? I do like Queensryche. Me and Johan bonded on that a little bit when I first met him. How's uni? It's good. I just started my first week. Can't help but associate new metal. Woodstock 99. I watched a really good documentary about Woodstock 99. It's on Netflix. I think it's called Trainwreck or something like that. It's a really good documentary. That's how I got listening to Korn again, because I remembered like watching their live performance from Woodstock 99. It's insane. If you haven't watched it, it is insanely good, and it's just you just need the crowd. It's so good. I do like it. I'm not really into Limp Bizkit. Don't like them all that much. But I do like things like Deftones, Korn, Slipknot, stuff like that. I've been listening to a lot of Alice in Chains lately, but I haven't actually got any Alice in Chains albums to show. Nickelback or Radiohead? Radiohead, obviously. But here's a little funny fact that I found out. So the song How You Remind Me by Nickelback, it was released in the month I was born. January 2002 when that song came out. Anyway, nice to see you again. Yes, what a doco that is. I'm guessing we're talking about the Woodstock one. I'm not one to pretend I didn't love new metal. It was my gateway to metal. I mean, it's really good. I do like it, I'm not gonna lie. I love Led Zeppelin. Yeah, Led Zeppelin good. Do I like Nine Inch Nails? I've actually never really listened to them. That's my next kind of thing I need to listen to. What's Nickelback done? Well, created Eternal Sin to music. Best metal documentary. Radiohead is really overrated. Well, that's like your opinion, man. Have I ever... Oh, this is a very good question. Have I ever considered renaming my channel? It's always been in the back of my head about renaming my channel because it might actually get me to post more just as Neve the music nerd or something, but Neve the prog nerd had a good ring to it. Because bear in mind, when I made this channel, I was like at the my prime in loving progressive rock, and I really only made my channel to make a random rant video about the vinyl community, and all of a sudden I've got like 15,000 subscribers, and here we are. But, you know, maybe I will rebrand. I just know that I could lose a lot from doing that. You know, a lot of people will just turn on me and be like, fuck you, change your channel, man, like, subscribe because you're talking about prog. You know, and I just, if I'm honest, those comments don't really faze me or whatever. I just can't be bothered to deal with it. Like, I'm very lazy, and I just can't be bothered to deal with people getting annoyed at me right now. But it is a possibility. It could be a possibility. I want to go and see the Bowie documentary. It's in the cinema near where I live. I really, really do want to go and see it. Me and Yoan are planning to see it at some point. More collabs with other vinyl channels. I need to do more vinyl related videos because I don't do them very often. I have a vinyl haul possibly coming up. Why not? You know, why not? Ow. I've kind of acquired a lot of vinyl recently, so... Stone Temple Pilots or Nirvana? Well, considering I've never listened to Stone Temple Pilots, it's going to have to be Nirvana. I've actually been reading Dave Grohl's autobiography. It is bloody brilliant. Like, I don't even listen to much Foo Fighters or Nirvana. I just find his life very interesting. So I picked up his book before I went off on holiday. And I got through about half of it, and I was like, this is amazing. I just haven't finished it yet. I need to finish it. I think metal, all those genres are regressive. Yeah, man, all those genres. Okay, I'm going to continue with what I've been listening to. Korn. We were talking about Korn earlier. We were talking about Woodstock 99. These three in particular. I've got the first one, the third one, fourth one. Yeah, no, there's one in between. But out of all of them, these two are probably my favourite. But yeah. Korn, good band. Got another Rammstein one here. Actually, it's just the live from Berlin. Actually, I've been doing German lessons recently. And obviously we got some we got the first, we got the third. Yeah, it's literally called Volume 3, I'm stupid. And All Hope Is Gone. All Hope Is Gone was one of my favourite albums growing up. It was really spoke to me as a little 14-year-old emo. But I bought the vinyl actually. It's just an amazing album. I revisited it when Slipknot released those singles for their latest album. This is a good one. This is a good one. Volume 3 is good. I do really like Slipknot's melodic side. I know a lot of people don't really appreciate it, but I do love their melodic as much as I love the guttural stuff. Can you even call Slipknot guttural? I don't know. These are awesome. Included, I would have Iowa, but I do not have it. I did enjoy The Grey Chapter. I did enjoy that album. Because that one came out just as I was getting into them. So, I really liked that one. I never actually listened to We Are Not Your Kind. I don't even remember any of the singles from them. Because I don't even think I ever listened to any of them. Maybe I gotta do that. Gotta jump back on that. I've been made fun of constantly for the past couple of weeks for enjoying Slipknot. I'm not gonna take it from anyone else. Okay. Any chance of another Sea of Tranquility appearance? Possibly. I would like to. I'm not sure how much I'll benefit because I just haven't really been talking about prog. I know he talks about other stuff that isn't progressive rock, and he talks about metal and stuff like that, but I don't know. I would love to. I would love to. Oh, Life is Peachy, love it. Yeah, I don't have that one yet. Haven't actually listened to it. Don't listen to Korn since 2003 or 4. Very worthwhile. I loved their masks. I mean, they are pretty cool. Got Slipknot magazine here next to me. I actually got a poster recently as well. White Pony by Deftones. I haven't listened to that one yet, actually. I do like punk. Punk is something that I do enjoy a lot. A lot of people have actually kind of hated on me on this channel for expressing my love of punk. I have loved punk way before I liked prog, and if that's the case, then obviously I'm gonna be able to like both. If I actually liked punk before I liked prog, I think it makes sense, right? But a lot of people would be like, how can you like punk? It's like so boring, like whatever. When their idea of punk is literally just like the Sex Pistols. I don't even listen to the Sex Pistols, so my idea of good punk is like the Misfits, the Clash, the Ramones, some other good stuff as well. I just can't think of anything right now, but those three were my favourite punk bands. I love the Misfits, they're probably my favourite punk band. Yeah, I played one of their songs at a concert. New Wave as well, yeah, I do like that. My friend is releasing a new concept album soon, based on life dealing with the pandemic. Presenter, great to see you. Imran's first album was awesome. Who the fuck are you? Can you read my channel name? That's me. Dead Kennedys, I do like them as well. You should check out post 2000 Deftones albums. Oh, we're getting shoegaze territory. I do like a little bit of shoegaze. Yeah, Clash Royale, The Jam. Let's spam F in the chat. Yeah, let's spam, maybe you can, you know, go away. I think it was, right, okay, I went to British Summertime a long time ago, and Green Day were headlining it. This was in like 2017. And I don't know if it was The Damned or The Stranglers or both. They were both there. Now Your Name Is Too Wired. First of all, you used the wrong two. It's T-O-O. Secondly, why am I wired? I'm wired correctly. Can someone... I don't know if we have any moderators. You're mean. Well, why don't you just leave then? The Jam. I've never listened to them, actually. Imagine having... Yeah, literally. Why do you need to hate someone for liking different music? Misfits are really good. White Pony is incredible. I really want to listen to that. I just haven't gone around to... Excuse me. Yeah. Love me some Stranglers too. Is anyone here a moderator? Because I know the moderators can get rid of dirtbags. Midwest emo. Oh my god, there's someone at my uni who just loves Midwest emo. I've not really delved into it. Onion rings from Lidl. I only buy my food from Lidl. Look at that. I haven't brushed my hair in like 2 days. My phone is on low battery. Thank you. Rankingly Obscure. Thank you for taking that person away from my live stream. Anyone ever come across one subscriber of mine in particular? He pops up on my videos every so often. Gringo Loco. If anyone has actually seen some of this stuff that that this guy has written to me, you would laugh your ass off. Why did I just... I need my phone. Right, that was stupid. Is this charging my phone? Yes, I want to trust this computer. Ugh. There we go. Oh, for God's sake, I can't. Stupid thing. Right. We're back. I'm trying to charge my phone. Okay. It is raining outside. Wow. It is really raining. Paul Weller. I don't really know much, actually. Now, here's the thing. I have played music in my live streams before. This is when I did my really old ones back like a year ago. But YouTube would always strike me for it because I'm using copyrighted content. So it doesn't actually let me, like, it doesn't actually let me play it for, like, long. I remember I did an Instagram live as well and I was playing music and they just took it off. They, like, ended the live and they were like, you can't do this. And I was like, fine. Bring JJC back. No thanks. Have you, yeah. Yeah, I know, a lot of people, I don't get it often, but there was one time I didn't live stream for a long time because people were writing really creepy comments in my live streams. So, like, just overtly sexualized, just really disturbing comments. And, my phone's literally charging. How is it going down? Why is the percentage going down? It should be going up. Why would I... Sorry, but why would I bring someone back into the chat that were pissing me off? Why would I do that? Why the flip would I do that? Wham! Last Christmas, that is a brilliant song. That is probably one of my favourite Christmas tunes. I am familiar with Dream Pop and Shoegaze, familiar with both. Beach House being one of my favourite groups of like 2020, 2019 maybe. Play something really old in the background. I think I tried playing like, I don't know, I think it was like Genesis or something, and Instagram were like, no. I hate editing too. Yeah, editing is just, it bores me. It bores me a lot. You're gonna get weirdos. Well, of course. I expect it. I expect the weirdos. McKay's? Or Mackey's? McKay's. Now, I've never tried caramelized onion, red onion marmalade with chili. That sounds pretty good, actually. Okay, right. I have not actually listened to the new Mars Volta album. I never really listened to them that much, to be honest. My dad really likes them. I just never really listened to them that much. Not saying that I don't like them, I just have never listened to a full album, personally. But stuff that I have heard, I do like. So I don't have an opinion on the new album, but maybe me and my dad could make a video on it. Maybe. Yeah, my boyfriend likes Mazzy Star. This is freaking me out. No, not really associated with War of the World. Lived onto Fairport Convention. My aunt lived next door to someone from Fairport Convention. I learned that like a couple of weeks ago. It's kind of cool. I love Opeth's like guttural like death metal stuff, and I also like their real prog stuff as well. I like both. Why does this... Well, you know, maybe I'll take you out for asking him to come back. Or her. Fucking yeah. New Clutch. One of my friends really likes Clutch. I don't listen to the birds. Could someone boink both of these guys out of the chat, please? Look, if you're just gonna be a prick, then you might as well just go. But I'm just gonna ignore it. No, why am I shouldn't feed the trolls, you know, like everyone tells me. But yeah, so that's kind of it, really. Trying to think of other stuff to discuss. That I really don't know what to talk about now. Come on, ask me some questions. You can ask me about the channel if you like. You can ask what I'm doing, because nothing really at the moment. But I'm a subscribe. Well, you're kind of not helping me right now by allowing spammers in the chat. Anyway, anyone read any good books? Anyone went to any good concerts? Either or. I bought some really cool lights recently. They're little pumpkin lights. I got them from... Where did I get them from? Charity shop. Have I heard Alanis' first two records? Yes, I love both of them. Jagged Little Pill is one of my favourite albums at the moment. It has been for a few months, and hearing her play it live was a godsend. It was amazing. Favourite records of the year? Probably Zeit, Rammstein. That's up there with my favourite albums of the year. I like the new Slipknot one. Honestly, I liked Alanis' new album, the meditation kind of one. I did like that a lot. I'll have to get back to you on that one towards the end of the year, because obviously we're still in September. But yeah. Am I doing nothing? Well, I'm live streaming, so maybe I'm kind of doing nothing. At the moment, I own like 3 Renaissance albums. I'm currently reading the works of George Orwell, and that's pretty good. I appreciate that. What's my favourite right now that I could just play over and over? I went to go see Red Hot Chili Peppers too. I went to see them in London. I don't know. I probably Jagged Little Pill, to be honest. That's one that I'm listening to a lot at the moment. I've not heard that Don't Worry... I've heard Don't Worry Darling's not very good. I've heard a lot of people really not, you know, not really like it, but I don't know. I'd love to see Tom Bailey and Pseudo Echo this year. Jeff Tate for my 21st next year. On my 21st next year, I am going to the ABBA stadium that they built in London, and I am seeing the Holograms. I am a huge ABBA fan. I like Bjork as well. I've never actually listened to anything apart from like her debut, so I might have to get on that one. I have listened to Henry Cow, but I didn't really... it didn't really stick with me. I was going to see Marillion, but I never... The tickets were too expensive. I put that money towards the Roger Waters tickets instead. Slipknot? Question mark? Yeah. I do like him. Wow, seeing them with Fish, that's pretty cool. ABBA are a band that people love but don't admit it. Yeah, me and my dad talk about this all the time. if you don't like ABBA, then you're lying. That was basically what we say. We're like, if you don't like it, then you're most definitely lying. Yeah, metalhead and love ABBA. That's me as well. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with Roger Waters' political rants, but I just like his music. I don't. I know a lot of people don't appreciate it, but I don't even know what he said. To be honest, I don't actually keep up as much politically. I really don't delve into politics. I don't like talking about politics. I don't care for other people's politics. You know, if you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're not a good person, you're not a good person. That's my view. Waters is a musician, has no clue about politics. That being said, most of Pink Floyd's catalogue that was written by him is political. Think about that one. Favourite ABBA song? I don't know. Well, if you really had to, like... If I had a gun to my head and someone said, tell me your favourite ABBA song, I really would not be able to answer the question. There's too many good ones. I'll come back to one. I'll think about it and I'll come back to you. I am going to Porcupine Tree's concert in London, of course. Rank these 3 Genesis albums. Foxtrot, Selling and Lamb. Yes, I've listened to both Zappa and Beefheart. Wow, Genesis ranking. I have not listened to those 3 albums in a long time, but I will try. Selling England probably number 1, Foxtrot number 2, and then The Lamb number 3. I find that The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway has quite a lot of filler on it. Upon re-listening to it a lot, it's got the songs that aren't 1-minute interludes have got substance to them. I find the interludes, some of them, I don't care for. Album ever. I prefer the Cardigans to ABBA all day long. Well, that's just your opinion, man. Thanks for your input. Oh, I guess. I hope Slipknot tour. You're taking piss? Flavor? Trend here? Inform me what you're talking about. Do I like my sugar? Of course. I'm actually going to a metal tribute concert tomorrow. It's another one of my friend's birthdays. I'm excited for that. We are seeing a Megadeth tribute, Pantera tribute. Who else was on there? Lamb of God tribute and a Slayer tribute. It'll be kind of fun. I haven't been to a metal concert in a long time. So this will be interesting. A lot of people ask me my opinions on the Cardiacs. I've actually never listened to them, and maybe I will at some point. If Slipknot came, would you go and see them? I would, yeah. They played on my birthday like a few years ago. And I didn't go. Did not have the money to go 3 years ago. 3 years ago I was 17. What 17-year-old has money? Do I like Burzum? No, I don't like black metal. It's something that I really tried to enjoy, and I really tried to understand it and tried to understand why people like it. I just couldn't deal with it. I really just couldn't. Bro, you gonna get stuck? Yeah, well, cool. If you don't hear from me, I've probably been destroyed in a mosh pit because I am extremely weak and I don't really like being a part of a big crowd as well. I'll be on the outside. I'll be enjoying it from afar. That's still alright. That's still accepted, I hope. Metallica is a bore fest. Need a better drummer. Does anyone here care for my 2 cents on the Metallica song being used in Stranger Things? Anyone care for that? Because I've got a lot of opinions of it. They're not bad ones though. UK is really good. The band or the country? Or nation? Nation's pretty crap. Band is alright. Black metal just ain't it. Yeah. Anyway, I stand near the back tapping my foot. I have listened to some Nightwish, not a lot though. Far distances have pros and cons. Yeah, I mean, I don't like being pushed around physically and emotionally, but I don't like it. I bruise very easily. I'm not good with crowds. I don't like being in crowds. Anyway, I'll tell my opinion. Why not? So, if you've seen Stranger Things, I've actually never watched it. I have never, ever seen Stranger Things. I watched 1 episode of Stranger Things. I think it was from the first season. This was years ago. Because I was at a friend's house and she was like, oh, look at this new TV show that I found. It's called Strange Things. She was watching like the 2nd episode and I was like, why are we not watching the first one? But I watched it and I did enjoy it, but I never got round to re-watching it or like watching it from the start or anything. It wasn't that it didn't appeal to me because it looks pretty good, but I just never watched it. So, bro, come on, watch it. I'm watching something else at the moment. I just never got around to watching it. A lot of people got really mad when I put that out on my Instagram. A lot of people were like, how have you not seen it yet? Like, I just haven't got around to it. I haven't got any opinions on the actual show. I can't say if it's good. I can't say if it's bad because I've never watched it. But I do have some queries about the recent season. This might be because I am a TikTok user. It's probably because I don't like fandoms, I guess. You can't stop them, but they happen, And you get these people who are overly obsessed with things. They get way too attached to it to the point where it's just quite concerning, right? And there was the metalhead character and whatnot, right? Now, look, the fact that Stranger Things is set in the 80s and the music in the show is all around good. I've looked at the track listings and whatnot. And it's like, okay, I can get down with this. The music seems pretty good, whatever. And then they put Master of Puppets in, and it makes me very, very, very happy that people are now discovering these artists like Kate Bush becoming popular again, and Metallica being pushed into a completely different audience and stuff like that. I love that, and I love that other people, not just people who are into metal and rock in general, but they can also enjoy and be, introduced to this music. What is kind of annoying me at the moment is Metallica really rinsing this new publicity, this new fame. It's really bothering me, and it makes me not want to go and see him live again, because I've seen some concert videos from when they do play Master of Puppets, and it is literally just videos of Stranger Things, and it's and that one character, the metalhead dude. I don't care for the show right now. I'm just not invested in it like everyone else is. And it's just, and then they made the the t-shirt when they were like, I think it's like Hellfire Club or something, the Metallica branded and made their own version. They're just kind of cashing in all this right now. I mean, Metallica have always been about cashing in, really. But this one's the one that's really taken the cake for me. Also, Stranger Things fans really annoy me so much. It sounds so bad. Yeah. Pull out your fave vinyl from Rush. So, I don't have any vinyl here in Brighton. My record player and all my records are at home in London, so... Sorry. I don't have any vinyl here. It's only CDs. I could pull out a Rush CD. I could just tell you what my favourite one is. My favourite album is Hemispheres. If I did have my vinyl, I'll pull it out. XTC might be worth a listen. Yeah, my dad likes XTC. I've just never listened to them. Just never listened to it. What concerts are on your planning? So the next one for me is Porcupine Tree. Then it's Opeth, and then I think we're seeing an artist called Billy Strings in December, which will be quite fun. That's another one I've been listening to a little bit. And then June next year, I've got Rammstein, Ozzy Osbourne, Roger Waters, and Arctic Monkeys. So those are the ones. Those are the concerts that are coming up. Megadeth, yeah, Megadeth are good. Iron Maiden, best metal band. Yeah, I agree with that one. I did collect No, I never really did. I never really collected picture discs. I was never really a fan of them. They always sounded really shite, you know. I never got a good copy. My Made in England Made in England 88 record is a picture disc, and I rarely play it now. I played it like 2 or 3 times, and then it's scratched up so easily, and it sounds so bad now. I literally cannot listen to it. Dave Gilmour funded Kate's first album. I actually knew that. That's something I didn't know. At the same time, it's their most popular song. It's not really, though, is it? Enter Sandman or Nothing Else Matters are way more popular than that. That's just me, though. My favourite Rush album is Grace Under Pressure. Never listened to that one. I've listened to like a couple songs. Actually, no, I have listened to that one. It's a long time ago, though. Sorry if I've been average PewDiePie enjoyer. Picture just sounded pretty cool these days. Test record for me. Yeah, honestly. Behave. Fly by night moving pictures. What the frick am I doing? Hi. British Steel. How has everyone got I can't do picture discs. Enter Sandman, Shoot Me, Borefest. I have to give that song credit. It was one of the first metal songs I ever listened to, and I still enjoy it to this day. Does not mean I'm going to see Metallica again, but I've seen them twice, so you know. Picture disc is a great decoration, but not even then. You're paying so much money for them. Like the record store day ones, like I don't get who's paying for all of these. Like, I'm sorry. Time for a beer. Bye. Enjoy. What's my favourite novelty song? I'm not really big into the old novelty songs. I'll have to think on that one as well. Oh, my throat hurts, man. Got no water up here. I could take my phone down with me. I've listened to Hergest Ridge. We have a doorbell. Hang on, I'm gonna go. bell's gone. Running down the stairs.
Oh yeah, Amazon for Sue, right? And first floor flat?
First floor flat's my one, but Sue's there.
Okay, fabulous.
I'll I'll give it to her, yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
And you. Whoopsie. I got myself out of my flat then. That was quite... That wasn't good. Why does this keep going? Yeah, it's really windy and rainy today. Got my Amazon parcel. Oops. Got my board of stuff. That is in my Amazon box. Got some piercing aftercare. Okay. If I could only keep one King Crimson box set, what would it be? Probably the red one. Have you ever shaken a famous hand? I've met what's his name? What was his name? Martin Turner from Wishbone Ash, when he played at the thing. What thing? A New Day festival last year. I've also met Stephen Wilson a couple of times as well. We are going downstairs. Not anymore. So cold. Yeah, it's freezing. I'm cold. That's it. Oh, it's a big bottle as well. Perfect. Yeah, I know Coolio died today or yesterday, I think it was. It was quite sad. Quite sad. It's very sad. Piercing aftercare. So if you haven't noticed, I got my nose pierced. And it drives me insane now. Just bleeds whenever it wants to. And it's bloody annoying. Very fun. Very fun. So tired, man. Lamb Lies Down versus Selling England. Selling England all the way. Not as big into Lamb Lies Down on Broadway as most people are. There we go. Got it. Oh, for God's sake. It is freezing in here. I might go downstairs and make myself a cuppa. There we go. Got it. There's a big bottle. They gave me one for free originally when I got my nose pierced. It's tiny. A tiny little one. I've got a huge one now. It's kind of cool. I get happy about very small things like that. I might go get a cup of tea. Apparently Caravan are touring again, and Johan does kind of want to go. I managed to get him to enjoy the old Caravan tunes, which is quite fun. But yeah, I hope that everyone has a great day. I'm probably gonna head out now. Been live for an hour, almost an hour and a half. My back's starting to hurt, and I would really like to get a warm beverage because my throat hurts so much. What is my... I'll answer a couple more questions. Alright, you know what? Fire me with some questions. Fire me with some questions? Fire some questions at me. We'll do like quick one sentence answer kind of things for a couple of minutes, and then I will head out. Favorite all-time prog band? Probably... Great question. Oh god, this is actually gonna take a lot longer than I thought. I don't know. Probably like, if Pink Floyd count, then Pink Floyd. If not, then probably like Genesis or something. I'm looking at my shelf. I'm trying to refamiliarize. Yeah, probably Genesis and Pink Floyd. Do I like the Damned? Never listened to him. Did I just get that tattoo or is it new? I got this tattoo a month ago today. Interested into Alan Parsons' solo work, as in like Alan Parsons' project, or because I do like Alan Parsons' project. Ozzy or Dio. Oh no! Don't make me pick. Don't make me pick. Don't make me pick those. Get some rest. Cheers. Yeah, I might have a little nap before I go. After project. I've never listened to anything that's not branded Alan Parsons project. Sozzy. This is so cool. It's a lot bigger. I've gotten Yoan really into bubble tea recently. You know, like the stuff with the little balls at the bottom of the drink. Yeah, they're kind of cool. It's a kind of cool beverage. It's a good beverage. I don't want to go. It's so cold. I'm tired. On a similar note, I found my... On another note, not a similar note. I found my MP3 player today. It's got my headphones, little charger in it. Silly Lobster gonna play again. Probably. I've never really quit. Do I own a bass guitar? Yeah, I own two. I just don't have them. I do have one behind me. Can't be bothered to get it out. It's a Fender Squier. Yeah, we will play eventually. Just not yet. Just haven't gotten around to playing a lot recently. I haven't practiced in like a year. Robert Plant or Ian Gillan. I mean, I listen to more Led Zeppelin than I do Deep Purple, so I can't... I don't know if that's like a good... whatever. Good indicator. Favourite book? I don't really have a favourite book. Yeah, no, I'll have to get back to you on that one. I genuinely don't know. I did a lot of reading back in the day. I just haven't really read much recently. Favourite recently is probably Dave Grohl's autobiography. That's probably my favourite at the moment. I liked Stephen Wilson's one as well. Anyway, look how cool this is. And I have an MP3 player. I used to have an iPod back in the day as well. Look at that. So cool. Oh, not bad. I've not listened to Ozzy Osbourne's new album, although I did read the interview in Metal Hammer about it just now before I went live. I think I'm catching a cold. It's not good. Yoan's travelling back from uni at the moment. He's gonna have fun travelling in the rain. I didn't have uni today. Alright, I will probably depart now. Gonna go to bed. I'm gonna have a nap. I'm always tired these days. I've had my green iPod Nano from the last decade. I have an iPod Nano. I don't know where the hell I went. I had a Shuffle as well. It was orange and it was shit. But I loved it when I was younger. I had like the first generation iPod Touch. I had the one that didn't have a camera on it. And like the back was literally just like a black screen. You know, it was just covered where the camera would have been. That's how old I am. Bloodstock. Alright, I am going to head out and hope everyone's had a good time. I'm sorry if I've just been kind of dull. You know, I've not really been saying much. Have a good one, everyone. And I'll see you in